In a shocking turn of events, Loren and Alexei Brovarnik's marriage has taken a devastating hit in court. After years of ups and downs, their relationship is now in the hands of the judicial system. The pair, who captured the hearts of 90-Day Fiancé fans with their love story, are now facing the end of their marriage with a hefty $200,000 divorce settlement. This announcement comes as a bombshell, with fans expressing disbelief over the unraveling of what many thought was a solid relationship. Loren and Alexei, who tied the knot after a whirlwind romance, have been at the center of numerous discussions throughout their journey on the show. But the recent court ruling has left everyone in shock, especially considering the financial and emotional toll the split will bring. It all started with their initial meeting in Israel, where Loren, a Jewish woman from the United States, fell for Alexei, a native of Ukraine. Despite the cultural differences and their age gap, the couple managed to make it work, and fans were rooting for them throughout their appearances on the show. Their love story seemed like one of the most genuine on 90 Day Fiancé, with Alexei's charm and Loren's down-to-earth personality creating an almost fairy tale-like dynamic. However, behind the scenes, things were beginning to fall apart. While Loren and Alexei managed to weather a few storms together on screen, the cracks in their relationship began to show as their reality TV fame grew. Public attention can be overwhelming for any couple, but for Loren and Alexei, the scrutiny seemed to have taken a major toll. Their ups and downs, along with the pressure of raising a family, strained their bond. As the months passed, speculation about their marriage became more frequent, with rumors swirling about their struggles behind closed doors. The turning point came when Loren and Alexei began facing serious financial difficulties, which further tested their relationship. The couple's reality TV career, while successful, didn't seem to be enough to keep them afloat. Public fights, as well as increasing tensions over money and lifestyle choices, began to take a toll on the once happy couple. The stress of constantly being in the public eye added fuel to the fire, and before long, their personal issues began spilling over into their public lives. Despite several attempts to patch things up, Loren and Alexei couldn't avoid the inevitable. Their once solid marriage began to crumble, and as the divorce proceedings moved forward, things got uglier. The $200,000 settlement, which was recently revealed, is a result of months of legal battles between the two. This financial blow is not only a reflection of the emotional turmoil they've endured, but also a stark reminder of the high cost of celebrity marriages. The $200,000 divorce settlement has caused a major stir among 90 Day Fiancé fans who were previously shocked by the news of their separation. Many fans have expressed their disbelief, especially given how public their love story was on the show. It's difficult for many to comprehend how a couple that appeared so in love could end up in such a messy and expensive legal battle. Fans are left questioning what went wrong, and many are hoping that both Loren and Alexei will find happiness in the next chapters of their lives, even if it means parting ways. The court's ruling marks a significant chapter in their tumultuous journey, but it's also a reminder of the harsh realities of fame and relationships. Loren and Alexei's divorce is a stark reminder that no matter how genuine a couple may seem on television, the pressures of fame, financial strain, and personal differences can be too much for even the most seemingly perfect relationship to withstand. As for Loren and Alexei, the future remains uncertain. With the divorce now finalized, both will have to navigate life apart, including the challenges that come with co-parenting their children. The public's focus will undoubtedly shift to how they move forward from this, but fans are eager to see what happens next. Will Loren and Alexei manage to stay friends for the sake of their children, or will the tensions between them only continue to grow? The emotional fallout from this legal battle will undoubtedly leave both Loren and Alexei scarred, but they each have a long road ahead of them as they rebuild their lives. Loren, who has been a fan favorite for her charm and wit, will likely continue to build her career and public persona, while Alexei will have to come to terms with his future away from the public eye. Both will have to redefine their lives and their identities, something that will take time and effort. In the end, the $200,000 settlement is just one part of this complicated and heart-wrenching divorce. It represents more than just a financial transaction. It's a symbol of the emotional devastation that has come with the breakdown of their marriage. The legal ruling serves as a reminder of how difficult it can be to maintain a relationship under the intense pressure of reality TV stardom. But beyond the money, What matters most is how Loren and Alexei will move forward and find peace in their own lives. Fans are still holding on to hope that both will emerge from this experience stronger and more resilient than before. Whether or not they ever find their way back to each other, the world will be watching as Loren and Alexei chart their separate paths in the aftermath of their dramatic court battle. As we reflect on Loren and Alexei's marriage and the heartbreaking end of their relationship, we can only wish them both the best in their future endeavors. It's clear that no one really wins in a situation like this, but with time, they may both find the happiness and peace they've been seeking. For now, the fans are left with one final chapter in their love story, one that ends with a $200,000 settlement, a lot of emotional scars, and a whole lot of unanswered questions about what went wrong. Loren and Alexei Brovarnik from 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, have been called the most successful couple of the franchise, but I can sense that the ugly truth of their marriage will be revealed on Season 9. Loren is a 36-year-old woman from Hollywood, Florida, who is married to Alexei, also 36. Alexei is from Naf Hagalil in Israel, but spent his childhood in Ukraine. Loren and Alexei met during her birthright trip, where she was a volunteer, and Alexei was working as a medic and security guard. Alexei proposed to Loren before her trip ended, and he moved to the US on a K-1 visa in 90 Day Fiancé Season 2. Loren and Alexei have been together for over a decade and have welcomed 3 kids together in the past 4 years. Considering how strong their relationship has been, especially with no signs of a split, unlike most other couples, Loren and Alexei enjoy a special status in the franchise. However, 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9 is exposing the cracks in Alexei and Loren's seemingly perfect marriage. It's proving my theory that everything is not what it seems. Loren and Alexei first met during Loren's birthright trip to Israel in 2013. The connection was instant, and despite cultural and geographic differences, they kept in touch after she returned to the US. Their bond grew quickly, leading to Alexei applying for a K-1 visa so they could be together. The couple tied the knot in 2015 and were soon featured on 90 Day Fiancé. I believe their natural chemistry, humor, and loyalty stood out to fans. While they faced challenges like moving, job changes, and adjusting to life in the US, they consistently supported each other. Their shared Jewish background also played a role in keeping their values aligned. Over the years, Loren and Alexei transitioned from reality stars to full-time parents. They've welcomed 3 children since 2020, becoming one of the franchise's most beloved families. Parenthood brought new challenges, especially as Loren opened up about postpartum struggles, but I liked how they remained a team, always putting family first. I came to admire their transparency and real-life relatability. Now, over a decade into their relationship, Loren and Alexei appear stronger than ever, but I think it's performative. Loren often shares sweet family moments and supportive posts, giving fans the sense that their bond is unbreakable. While they seem solid, some wonder if the polished image masks deeper struggles, as not everything is always as perfect as it looks online. Over the past few seasons of Loren and Alexei, after the 90 days, Loren and Alexei experienced a major family fallout. Their plans to move to Israel triggered fierce opposition from Loren's parents, who insisted they stay in Florida. I recall how tension peaked after a family trip where Loren's dad voiced distrust and even suggested consulting a divorce attorney over custody concerns. The conflict escalated when Loren asked her parents to babysit during her Hebrew lesson, and they refused. Her mother admitted their cold response was intentional, waiting for an apology from Loren and Alexei before mending ties. Even Loren's sister declined to help, underlining how deep the rift had grown. However, there was also a point where Loren and her mom got into an explosive fight when Loren confronted her parents about how they acted disrespectfully towards Alexei. I was shocked when Marlene told Loren that she would have slapped her in the face if other people weren't in the room. During the season premiere of 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After? Season 9, Alexei mentioned that they aren't speaking to his in-laws. It's unclear if Loren and Alexei's decision to move to Israel directly caused their falling out with Loren's parents, but tension has clearly built over time. Alexei may have influenced the rift by not encouraging Loren to mend things. Their communication broke down further during arguments about parenting, moving, and cultural differences. Marlene has also been vocal about disapproving of her daughter's choices, most notably her decision to get a mommy makeover. Marlene's lack of support added to the emotional distance. While Loren may have agreed to step back from her parents, I feel it's evident that the issues go beyond one argument and reflect deeper family disagreements. Alexei sparked backlash after making a comment about Loren's appearance following her decision to get adult braces. He said she looked younger with them on, via 90-day Fiancé _Alexa, which fans found unsettling and inappropriate. Loren seemingly got the braces for medical reasons, not aesthetics, but I can see how Alexei's words undermined her ongoing struggles with body image and self-confidence. After Loren underwent her mommy makeover surgery, she revealed that Alexei expressed frustration during her recovery. He reportedly downplayed her post-surgery limitations, implying she wasn't entirely honest about what the procedure would involve. Viewers criticized his lack of empathy, especially since Loren was physically and emotionally vulnerable while healing from multiple cosmetic surgeries at once. During various episodes of Pillow Talk and their spin-off series, I picked up on Alexei's subtle but troubling comments regarding Loren's role as a wife and mother. While sometimes framed as jokes, his remarks suggested outdated gender expectations. I'm concerned that his words might be affecting Loren's self-esteem, especially as she navigates postpartum challenges and body changes. Alexei's recurring remarks about Loren's appearance and personal choices seem problematic. His reactions to her cosmetic procedures, such as braces and surgery, often come across as dismissive or critical. Instead of offering consistent support, he's sometimes perceived as reinforcing Loren's insecurities, making the emotional encouragement she receives from him questionable. The teaser for the 90-Day Fiancé spin-off has dropped plenty of bombshells. It revealed a plot twist in the show's format where three of the show's couples have been hanging out, namely Elizabeth Pothast and Andre Castrovet, Jovi Dufresne and Yara Zaya, and Alexei and Loren, since they all live in Florida and seem to have become good friends. The happily ever after? Season 9 premiere wasted no time diving into drama, with Loren clashing fiercely with Andre over his plans to move Elizabeth and their kids to Moldova. Tensions escalated further as the trailer hinted at a deeper conflict, with Elizabeth confronting Alexei about disturbing things Loren allegedly told her over the years. Elizabeth claims Loren confided in her about Alexei's hurtful comments regarding her weight, suggesting a pattern of body shaming. When confronted, Alexei appeared stunned and immediately tried to exit the situation, while Loren looked visibly anxious. The scene in 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, seemingly proved my belief that Alexei influenced Loren's decision to get a mommy makeover. The latest episode of 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, has finally driven me to address the elephant in the room. It's a detail that's been quietly looming over this entire season thus far. So, while there's plenty of drama with Gino Palazzolo and Jasmine Pineda for every couple combined, I do feel like it's wild that Loren and Alexei Brovanec are in this season. That's because their involvement feels so unnecessary. Loren was in the latest episode with Yara, and after the whole segment played out, I just couldn't figure out why the scene happened at all. If there's one problem I have with this season, it's that I can't find a real reason for the Brovanec family being involved. Loren and Alexei kicked off this season by hosting a dinner party and inviting some other 90-day couples. I figured this was a party deliberately set up to show what they, as well as Andre and Libby Castrovet and Jovi and Yara Dufresne, were up to this season. However, viewers really only learned about what's happening with the latter two. As for the hosts, they didn't contribute much beyond inviting a friend who got into a screaming match with Andre over him being a misogynist. All in all, it doesn't feel as though Loren or Alexei have a real storyline this season, yet they keep showing up. Loren was Yara's photographer in the latest episode, despite having no experience with taking photos. It's baffling that the aforementioned pair keep getting included. Could the producer's goal be to show they're one of the few 90-Day Fiancé couples still together? To me, it feels like the only reason for including the Brovanecs in this season is because they like to stir the pot. Loren, in particular, previously faced accusations from cast members for supposedly being fake and starting drama with others. It seems that's once again the case this season, and, quite frankly, it appears to be one of the only ways she and Alexei can remain relevant within the show's latest season. Readers might remember that Loren and Alexei briefly had their own spin-off, but it came and went pretty quickly. Something that seems true is that Loren and Alexei seem to be a 90-day legacy couple. They have several appearances under their belts, despite not having the same kind of headline-grabbing drama that past cast members like Angela Deem and Big Ed Brown had. Perhaps with Angela and Ed moving on, TLC is more adamant on making sure the franchise retains people like the Brovaneks. Loren Brovarnik recently made a courageous and deeply personal revelation about her health journey following the birth of her youngest child. Speaking on the Between Us Moms podcast on Tuesday, August 19th, Brovarnik opened up about a life-threatening delivery that led to a permanent change in her ability to carry additional children. I actually got a hysterectomy 4.5 months ago, which I was very private about, but like it's going to come out eventually, the 37-year-old stated. The 90-Day Fiancé fan favorite described what exactly happened while she was delivering the third child she shares with her husband Alexei Brovarnik. "When I had Ari, she almost killed us, which, again, super private," she bravely revealed. "We didn't really talk about it. She started to rupture my uterus, so when we got the neonatologist, and Ari was out of me 35 minutes later. The doctors said if I waited 5 more minutes, we would not be having this kind of conversation," she continued. She said the experience was incredibly traumatic, and it has been difficult to process. She explained how the couple wanted to have a 4th child, but decided against it due to the potential health risk. Brovarnik was quickly praised for being so open regarding her birth experience. Katie Krause, one of the hosts of the podcast, wrote, "You are a literal angel at Loren Brovarnik. Thank you for being so open. Pregnancy and delivery are so beautiful, but also so hard on our bodies. This awareness and honesty is so important. And we're so happy you're doing so amazing now." While not every couple on the popular TLC show lasts, the Brovarniks have gone the distance. Viewers first met the couple during season 3. They've gone on to welcome 3 children: Shai in 2020, Asher in 2021, and Ariel in 2022. During the podcast, Brovarnik gushed about how great Alexei is as a father. "Alex really is the best dad ever. He is so good with them," she noted. "I genuinely couldn't have asked for a better partner. As a husband, as a friend, and as a dad, I'm so in love with him still. But when it comes to how to be a role model for my kids, I think for us, it really stems between us as a couple." She continued, "I think for them to see a loving, stable environment that will help mold them. Alexei and Loren Brovarnik are among my favorite cast members, but I believe their marriage wouldn't survive without the exposure the 90-Day Fiancé franchise brings them." Loren met Alexei on a birthright trip in Israel and thought he was perfect for her. They began dating, and by the end of the trip, the couple was engaged. Eventually, Loren applied for Alexei's K-1 visa and brought him to the United States. Despite cultural and religious differences, they married in September 2015 in the United States and documented their romantic journey in 90-Day Fiancé Season 3. Over the years, Loren and Alexei have appeared in different spin-offs. They even had their spin-off Loren and Alexei after the 90 Days, where they shared updates on their life post-marriage. I was surprised to see them planning to move to Israel, but they postponed their plans due to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. In 2020, Loren and Alexei welcomed their first child, Shai. They had their second baby, Asher, in 2021 and seemed happier than ever as parents of 2. I thought they had achieved the family they desired. However, they surprised fans by having another child, Ariel, in 2022. Over the last 2 years, they have faced significant challenges that typically cause strain on a relationship. These issues should have been addressed early in their marriage, yet they have failed to find solutions. During their recent appearance on 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 8, Alexei disagreed with Loren's decision to undergo cosmetic surgery and tried to persuade her to cancel the procedure. Loren and Alexei's recent arguments on the 90-Day Fiancé spin-off suggest that they still don't know each other well despite being married for 10 years. In my opinion, Alexei should have anticipated Loren would want a makeover after having 3 children. He should have been aware of his wife's insecurities long before they had their first child. The on-screen issues of Alexei and Loren prove they are lacking in understanding each other at a deeper level. They argue about issues most couples resolve within the first few years of marriage. Loren and Alexei are still not in agreement about their future. I was surprised when Loren took Alexei on a date to discuss her desire to work. The mother of 3 tried to share her perspective, but rejected the idea and immediately shut her down. Alexei preferred that Loren focus on being a housewife rather than taking on a new job. Their differences could potentially lead to a breakup. However, the show provides them with a platform to express their frustrations in a public setting with producers present.